Hello again, everyone. So it seems there's been an update to the mod. There seem to be sound effect changes. I'm trying to figure them out as I play along, but they updated the mod, and I'm really curious to see what's been changed. I'm really wondering. But, yeah. I'm gonna do the Torian and Kel quest on on the evil episode. So for now, let's just go to the Wheel Clan. I think that'd be way more interesting.
Greetings, traveler. It seems to me that you're looking for answers. Perhaps it is time that I answered them for you.
What? Who are you?
Don't you know? Are you not the reincarnation of Nazareth? Has it been so long that you don't recognize your old nemesis?
A little too loud.
Or perhaps you're not the living one after all, merely a puppet playing his role.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I see. Perhaps you are not the living one. Perhaps Nazareth, the coward that he is, will not heed fate's call and face me in the final battle. It would be so like him to do so.
Who are you?
I am he of the dark, the rightful ruler of this land, the vengeful god of Arcanum and its races. I am Aranax, and I have come to give you a message.
And that message is...
The message is this. Whether you are the living one or not, whether or not the coward Nasruddin hides in your bones or still rots in his grave, the inevitable will still come to pass. I am returning. It has already been set in motion, and there's nothing you can do about it. I am returning, and all will fall before me. Everyone you know, everyone you love.
You bastard! Face me as a warrior!
You see my power?
Oh my god.
Do you yet understand? Perhaps I need to be more clear. No one is safe, traveler. No one. Not even you.
Aeronax! Oh my god.
I've shown you in. Remember and tell the world. Aronax is returning to Arcanum, and nothing will ever be the same. Farewell.
Yeah, he just knocked me the fuck out. Usually it happens at the same time as your party members, not one by one. Oh, there's something I need to pick up before going to the Wheel Clan. Yeah, it's actually another important quest item, so... Hopefully... If we can't find it in Toronto, then I'll just cut to me looking for it in, frickin', what's it called? Stillwater? Not Stillwater, Starting Town, Starting Hills. Shoot. Got knocked out. Oh my god, he killed him with one hit. Jeez. It kind of sucks to like initiate battles like that with a character like this, cause Eris is a sword and shield mage, so that's pretty easy. But like, damn, how long am I gonna be stunned for? Okay. Yeah, like a sword and shield mage can obviously be a lot more tanky, but if I'm just in the middle of a fight like that, I'm kind of like screwed already. All right. Basically, what I'm looking for is a potion of intelligence. No. There's not one here. Castleton's general store. Oh, it's locked because it's morning. 4 hours. Grant's Tavern. I know there's like... Alright, let me visit the Wise Woman and see if she can give me something. I don't know if it's a placebo of the patch, but like things feel smoother for some reason. Like the game and its camera transitions, it looks a lot smoother. I'm not sure yet. but I think we're progressing along very nicely. That character there signifies that we've reached mid-game, essentially, so... At kind of the start of the mid-game, where at the very least, we're very much combat ready. We're not losing to so much stuff as often. Early game is very, very rough for a character build like this, like I said, but now that we have an actual party, and I have a pretty decent assortment of spells, I can actually fare decently in combat. I don't think I'd be soloing anything until like level 40, but I won't be doing that either, since I actually like my party members, so... Let's trade less. Ah, perfect! And a helmet, dark helm. This is really, really bad. It automatically gives you minus 20 alignment. If I for an evil character, I would absolutely use it, but not for Sypha. And then I'll just take some more mana potions. And since I'm such a good-natured person, my reaction with people is a little better. Evil characters, I don't even think evil characters like evil characters. I guess because they know their true nature as well. But, hopefully that's all I need. Because, once again, this game requires too many specific requirements to be met in order to achieve, like, good endings. Even for the dwarf that I was supposed to free at the Isle of Despair, apparently I was just 2 levels off from him joining the party, which doesn't make sense because he's not a main party member, so it shouldn't matter that he's a little stronger than me. So my persuasion was high enough, but he couldn't join because I'm too weak. Anyway, now that we have the goggles, we can find the entrance to the cave. And it's right here. So now we need to find out what's going on with the Wheel Clan. Why exactly were they banished? Hold! What business do you have in the caverns of the Wheel Clan? Speak! I come with grave news. Tell the guard your story. I see. This is grave news indeed. You need to speak with King Thunderstone. His house is directly northeast of here, just through the center passage. Speak with him, and he will know what to do. Thank you. I'll do that. And really, we don't need these goggles anymore. We can just not wear them ever again. Since we just like memorize the passage. I've been to this place so many times. Yeah, it's just like a straight walk here. Do I have the music mute? Because no music has been playing at all. Actually, no, the Tron theme played. But I swear that there's like music here. But I don't mind the ambience of just our footsteps either. The cackling of some flies. It's pretty nice, actually. Also, it's kind of funny to, like, command something so simple, but I really like how, like, if you listen very closely, you can hear, like, the footsteps of, like, other characters' armor. Like, I tell Virgil to move over there. It's something, a really small detail I really like.
It is done.
You can hear the, like, jingle of his chains of, like, chainmail and stuff like that. I really, really love that. It's so small, but I feel like so few games actually do that. So, once again, with Political Debate 1883, I have to be really quick with this potion of intellect to get the information that I want from this dude. So, I believe I need at least 13. And it should boost me. I'm just hoping. I'm not going to check. Sorry, I haven't met. Actually, here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to do. Where did I just quick save? Yeah, I quick saved right before the room. So I'm going to have a natural conversation with him because these are really cool plot details. I don't want just like me skipping through it. So I'm going to have a natural conversation with him now. And then when that required prompt where I would need the intellect shows up, I will chug the potion and then just skip it. Greetings, traveler. I'm sorry, I don't believe we've met. I am Ravender Thunderstone, son of Loghaire Thunderstone. I stand as chieftain and king-in-waiting of all the dwarves, both over and under mountain, in the lands of Arcanum. Welcome to the caverns of the Wheel Clan. Pleasure to meet you, Ravender. I have a few questions. Of course, what do you need? You said you were king-in-waiting? Yes, my father is unavailable, and I rule in his stead. But I am not the true king, and I will not be as long as my father lives. I am only a king in waiting. I see. I'm in need of your assistance. Of course, what do you need? I come with news of the most dire nature. Dire nature? What are you speaking? I have a tale to tell you. Tell me what has happened. I haven't been quiet for some time. I see. And you say you've been to the Isle of Despair to confirm the story of Gunman Orbender? Yes, I was there and there was no sign of the BMC dwarves. This troubles me, friend. We were given assurances by Albrecht. Assurances? Bloody meddling. Oh, blast them all to the dark depths. Blast who? The elves? What is going on here? This is an old and dark business. The business of my father. And as I am his heir, it falls on me to make it right. But I know not what to do. He told me so little. What happened to your father, Ravender? Visibly shaken. My father. Great and solid log-hair Thunderstone. King of the dwarves. Do you know of him, stranger? The stories of his courage, and of his strength, and his wisdom? My father, stone among stones, from out of the madness of the clan wars, he united us under one banner, under one king, through the sheer power of his will. Where is he, Ravender? What happened to him? It broke his heart. That heavy stone heart. He who warred against Lorik the Abjurer in the pass of the Gorgorth, who in victory burned Lorik alive, along with 10,000 of his dwarven followers, and this broke him like a child upon the stones of the world. Please, Ravender, I need to know what has happened here. Ravender calms himself. It is as the Orbender told you. My father permitted the banishment of his own people by the elves. He watched them sent away, heard their cries, with hardness born of 100 generations of thunderstones. So where is he? My father came home, upon his knees, cried out for his lost, foolish brethren. Tears of regret, stranger. Regret, shame, and sorrow. The cavern shook with his fury, shook at the impact of his hands upon bare stone. He tore the clothes from his body and set his bulk against the walls and floors. His sorrow was marked in blood. And then, I told you, he left us. Walked in the old caverns with nothing but horror, first act of the Thunderstone. With the weapon, he disappeared, exiled of his own grief, left the Wheel Clan. He's never returned. I'm very sorry. These are both really good options. I don't know how to say this. Gunman spoke of the connection to Gilbert Bates. Bates? It was Bates who spared technology and its disease. And who are we to blame? Humans. Cursed with brevity. Lacking patience. Lacking discernment. I spent human lifetimes deciding on what type of stone to use in a mural. And look what they've done in a few turns of the moon. What these elves came to us, speaking of punishment. The elves? What was their role in this? The elves. It was they who demanded the banishment of the Black Mountain clan for their crimes. But as for the reasons, as I said, I know very little. My father never told me the details of his discussions with them, only that what had been decided was necessary, that the responsibility would be his. What crimes had the Black Mountain clan done? Technology, manipulation of natural force, the stone, gearworks, and that make men gods. This our legacy given in the hands of reckless children, and the disease has spread, and cost, stranger, oh bloody cost. What did the rest of the clans say? The other clans never knew that the elves were involved in the banishment. They were only told that the Black Mountain clan had been exiled, punished for their crimes. My father was the only one present for their sentence was passed. The elves who approached him, who were they? I have no idea. I know not to why my father felt it necessary to speak with them, nor to heed to their demands. As king, my father never should have allowed them to interfere, but for some reason he allowed it. He's never spoken a word about it since. Where is Lolker? I told you he exiled himself. He walked in the dredge and has never returned. The dredge? Where is it, and where can I find it? The dredge is an old system of caverns. A mine, actually, not far from here. The entrance is just beyond the entrance of these chambers to the southeast. There you find a stone archway. Beyond that, you will find the dredge, into which my father disappeared. What can I expect to find in this, dredge? Right now, it says little purpose but to house an assortment of foul creatures. There are minecart tracks and an occasional storeroom. No one ventures that way anymore, so I don't know anything beyond that. You must know where he is. Can I convince you to tell me? Why would you think that? It's a dwarf who wants to be alone, and a dwarf wants to be alone. You're his son and his heir. You'd have gone looking for him. And why? He left me here to rule a kingdom, and rule I will. What sort of son would I be to go running around in the dark looking for a father who doesn't care? What has he left behind for you, Ravender? For me, he left a crumbling clan. His people confused and frightened at the changes in our world, hurt by the abandonment of their clan father and king, and it falls to me to hold us together. You've done your best, Ravender. Your father would be proud. But I am still very young. My people's respect for me stems from more from my name than my experience. Still, a handful of lodestone weighs more than an armful of pumice. Still tells me that. He used to. I knew it. You've seen him. Where is he? What? Are you calling me a liar? I'm tired of speaking, stranger. Wish you the best of luck, but I can give you nothing more. Only trying to find the truth. Truly, the stakes are very high in this game we play. How am I to know the bedrock upon which rests your soul? No, that's the wrong option. I'm not going to say you're a coward like your dad. Trust your feelings. I see you could throw light on all of this. I believe you, stranger. I truly do. I just believe to be able to point you in the right direction. Any help would be appreciated. I must admit you're correct. I do see him almost every day, although he says very little. He is deep within the dredge, but I have a hidden passage through which I travel. Within it, you will encounter no trouble. Just enter here, the secret passage under the throne. I trust you, stranger. Find your answers. Do what is right. I pray he will tell you what you need to know. I will most certainly try. Thank you for your help, Ravender. Holy shit! This has never, ever happened for me before. So, okay. Since my persuasion is max, I think I got what I needed to know without having to use the potion either. I'm gonna save over just in case. Ah, shit, but I autosaved. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna save now, then I'm gonna load to the autosave to save again. So let's just call this Persuasion Max. I can't spell for shit. I somehow represented my middle school spelling bee too. I think it was elementary, but now I can't. I used to be so good at spelling, but now I'm terrible. It's because of phones, you guys. Now I'm gonna come here and say potion may be used, but we just skipped like one of the most annoying dungeons in the game. That might not be good because we still need the XP, but at the very least I could just grind or like go through the dungeon anyway. And yeah, he's right here. Yeah, we can still go to the dungeon anyway. And since I saved already, I'll just
What? Who dares disturb the exile of Thunderstone?
I love his voice so much, by the way, you guys. Like, the voice work in this game is so phenomenal. Let's see. Forgive me, Your Highness. I had no choice but to.
Quiet. This insolence is unforgivable. The violation of my ancient right for solitude in exile is not broken so easily. Your life hangs in the balance, stranger. Speak quickly, lest you taste of the fury of Harrow.
Wait a moment. I came here with the blessing of your son.
My son? Randver? He would dare permit such an affront? I've come here to writhe upon the blade of my sorrow, to live the 1,000 deaths by the ancient right of kings. These laws are passed down through the mountain from the beginning of
this voice
remembered
acting is
time.
godlike.
Your life is forfeit to them, as is my own. Do you understand?
Stop! I've come with news of the Black Mountain Clan.
What? How do you know? Speak quickly. Your life still hangs in the balance.
Fine, I've a story to tell.
I've no words, no words. My crime, it seems, is even more heinous than I thought. I deserve much worse than this mere isolation.
Gloghair, I need to know exactly what happened.
In all the time since the judgment was passed, I have never spoken of it. My shame has held my tongue. It seems that very shame shall now, finally, bring the betrayal to light.
Please, the elves who approach you, who were they?
A delegation of elves sent from the Silver Lady herself. They came not long after Bates had built his first steam engine. Technology in the hands of the human had spread and advanced at an alarming rate, and the elves were hit first and hardest.
How? What had the spread of technology done to the elves?
Their forests were being cleared with the help of technology. Massive steam-powered clear cutters. The oldest groves, towering and untouched for thousands of years, were being destroyed without prejudice. I saw much of this with my own eyes. The ancient forest of Morbahan is little more than a graveyard now.
You know this reason, so let's talk about who the Silver Lady is. And we know Gilbert Bates got the steam engine, yada yada yada. Black Mountain Clan technically gave it to him, but let's ask this. You mentioned... You mentioned the Silver Lady. Who is she?
The Silver Lady is Mother Queen to the elves. She is very old, much older than I, and very powerful in the ways of magic.
Where does she live?
In Kintara, the oldest city of the elves, somewhere within the Glimmering Forest.
Have you ever spoken to Silver Lady directly?
No, I'm not sure if any but elven eyes have ever been laid upon her. Over the years, we have corresponded through messengers. Elves and dwarves are very different, and we tend to stay away from one another. But our relationship, as culturally strained as it may be, has always been civil. We don't necessarily understand one another, but we've always respected the differences.
About technology, why did it spread so fast among the humans?
There are many reasons. Humans, in comparison with the other races, live such short lives. Because of this, I believe that every human action is motivated through fear. The fear of death. You would think that this was a relative issue, that humans would learn to live with this limitation and accept it. This is not true.
And
Therefore, humans, when confronted with any situation, see it through the veil of their own mortality. Achieve, advance, perform. Humans are constantly driven by the shadow of their own death. This fear, unfortunately, clouds their judgment, deadens their sense of right and wrong. Humans act first, think later, and feel last of all.
And in terms of technology?
When Bates was given a look at our technology, he was overcome. As a human, his first thought was, what can I use this for? When it should have been, what is the cost of its use? Technology exploded in their hands because they are not burdened with our longevity. Humans rarely live long enough to see the consequences of their mistakes.
Let's see. Were there elves living in the forests of Morbihan?
I'm unsure, but I don't believe so. But the delegation said that the crimes were against all elves. You see, elves feel a very strong connection to the world, to nature, and especially to forests. It's said that elven souls reside in the oldest trees. I don't know if this is true, but I do know there to be a strong connection between living things and magic.
And I'm actually a little interested in this one. So, what are the major differences between dwarves and elves? Also, it seems we've gotten him to simmer down, so I don't think we're gonna have to worry about him fighting us.
I've said before that there is a strong connection between living things and magic, and the magic flows the most strongly in the veins of elves. Dwarves are very different. We feel a strong connection to the earth, but in another way. We love those things which are eternal, unchangeable. Earth, stone, metal.
I love the way he
Those
says
things are strength.
Man, I wish
but
this guy
not
can narrate my
life
life.
as you know it.
The elven delegation? What did they demand of you?
They said that if the Black Mountain clan was not punished, there would be war. War. I told them that a punishment was already being decided upon, and that we, as dwarves, would deal with them. They refused. They claimed rights as the afflicted, and therefore as the judges. They agreed that exile was a suitable punishment, but they wanted to be the vessel of that retribution.
Are the elves warlike people? Is it in their nature?
No. I know that there was a time of violence many years ago among the elves. But from what I know of them, they are a very rational, peace-loving people. They know that ultimately, war benefits no one. I was very surprised when they came and threatened it.
I see. There seem to be some inconsistencies here.
Yes. The more we talk about it, I begin to get the same feeling. Yes, the elves would have been angry, but would they really have threatened war? Morbahan was a tragedy, but directly affected none of the elven communities. Perhaps my fear blinded me to such things before. And now this mystery. Where are the dwarves of the Black Mountain clan?
What was it you feared, Lockhair? Why agree to the terms?
I am very old, stranger. You may know nothing of me, but believe me when I tell you that I've seen enough dwarven blood spilled to fill 1,000 lifetimes. Have you any idea what it would mean for there to be a war between the elves and the dwarves? Arcanum itself would not survive the conflict. And I was so very tired of filling tombs with the bodies of my people.
But
nothing. I chose to spare the dwarves, the world, the price of such a war. What was one clan's honor in comparison with the sheer cataclysm that would result otherwise? You ask what right they had? None. They merely forced a choice, and I chose the path of least resistance, the least pain. That was my betrayal, stranger.
what do you mean? You were merely acting out of concern.
But that is the point. I am king of the dwarves. It is my responsibility to lead them, to protect them. But most importantly, it is my responsibility to defend their honor, their dwarven honor. By allowing my own fear or concern, regardless of how justified that fear might be, to overshadow their honor was an unforgivable transgression.
Being a king isn't always easy.
Even as king, the choice is never mine as to whether even one dwarf is stripped of his honor. I should have brought this to the people, or just flatly refused from the beginning. I was a coward, a failure, and this exile is my punishment. Given the choice now, I would have waged war against all of Arcanum to uphold the honor of that foolish little clan.
Yes, Lockhair, but we can still make this right. Find the truth.
I don't know, stranger. I think that it is too late for me.
No, Lockhair. You still have the chance to right this wrong.
No, my friend. It is no longer my burden. I've taken up another. I failed the dwarves once. I shall never do so again. Leave me here. Tell Randver he won't be seeing me anymore. I see now that the price for my cowardice is even more costly than I'd imagined. My poor dwarven brothers. I'm so very, very sorry.
Please.
Take this. A letter sent to me from the Elven delegation. Within it is a name. Min Gorad. It's all I have, and all I'm willing to give. Perhaps you should seek out Kintara, city of the elves. I know not where it is, but the village of Stillwater is near the edge of the glimmering forest, in which, it is said, Kintara lies. Maybe someone there will know where to find it.
But
I'll say no more. Leave me. I return to my exile. I am nothing. I'll say no more.
and yeah, that's what he says when you
Leave me.
fail the
I
quest.
return to my exile.
Alright.
I am nothing.
So, Loghair, fail. I forget if you need intelligence to speak with Loghair and explain to him that, like, persuasion may be used. Yeah, alright, back to persuasion max. I'm gonna try and chug the potion before talking to him, skip everything, and see if I can convince him.
What?
story.
When-
Silver Lady, where does she live? Elven delegation.
No, my friend. I will
Nope,
say no
didn't work.
more. Leave me. I return to my exile.
Potion maybe use. Now I'll try to chug it and speak to Ravender. We met. King waiting. Yada yada. Dire news. No elves. What happened, Ravender? Then. Yada yada. Crimes. The elves. Lucky. The dredge. Where can I find it? Can I convince him? Your son. Behind you. You've done your best. Sino. Find the truth. Trust your feelings. We'll certainly try. Now,
What?
let's see if I can
What?
convince him.
When the
Silver Lady, yada yada.
Yeah, but that is even. I don't know. No, my take this.
I don't know.
Say no more. Leave
I'm
me.
not sure. Like,
Return to my exile.
I swear, it was like 13
I know
intelligence.
nothing.
And it's at 18 right now. Honestly, I'll look it up for now. Give me a sec, guys. Damn. I could swear that I had everything I needed. One sec. Alright, I figured out. I have to ask him why he was banished. Yeah, I have to ask why he was banished. So the potion still needs to be used. I just found a new way to get it. So, okay, yada yada, yada yada, king in waiting, yada yada, yada yada, yada yada. Where is he? Connection good bait. What did the rest of the clan say? Clans never knew that the elves were involved in banishment. We were told that the black men were exiled. Crimes. Who are these elves? Where is he? Why exactly was your father so ashamed? And see, I'm not sure you'd be able to stand, and I believe my mental powers up to task. Perhaps you're correct. Fine. My father's reasons for leaving are tied up to an ageless tradition. Truly, in his opinion, he has no option other than to leave his clan. He was only doing what he saw to be his only choice. What traditions you speak? Perhaps tradition is the wrong word. Philosophy might be a better one. Though we dwarves rarely consider ourselves philosophers, philosophy as most know it, there's a certain amount of subjective opinion and particular open-mindedness toward other trains of thought. What I speak of is different. Are there no dwarven philosophers? There have been what you might consider philosophers. Do you remember what I spoke of Lorik the Observer? The Clan Wars? Lorik was what you would call a philosopher. Fortunately, his views were terribly, terribly skewed. Ask me about him later. I'm talking about the stuff of dwarven souls, the tenets we live by, or moral fiber. Though morality plays no part of it, not morality as we know it. What I speak of, friend, is what I is known as stone in shape. Continue, please. To be a dwarf, what does this mean? Our character is defined through the immovability, solidity of stone. We dwarves see the soul not as something ephemeral or transient, but as rooted in this reality as the mountains from which we carve our homes. Do you understand? I think so, but could you explain a bit further? Take this mountain. The sight of him against the horizon can set our hearts afire, and with throaty and tear-choked cries we call greetings or farewell. But to live within him, feel him shifting and settling, cracking veins full of blood and of gold and silver, and he is both hard and generous. We rejoice, and both because we are dwarves. Common dwarven traits, yes, but is there more? Yes, I speak both metaphorically and literally. We are dwarves. This is much about us that is like the stone. We feel no more at home than when it surrounds us, and it carries us to the roar of great molten flows, or the slow whine of subterranean ocean rivers, or, when all is quiet, mountain whispers so steeped in age that even the stars were young when they first spoken. And so, to understand this is to understand a part of what makes us dwarves. These loves are immovable and unchangeable, and so are like the stone. Are you saying all dwarves are the same? Of course not. There are many kinds of stone. When I speak of what we are all cut from, not from... Excuse me. Of course not. There are many kinds of stone. What I speak of is what we are all cut from, not from we take afterwards. Not the form we take afterwards. That, my friend, is what is known as a shape. It is very important you understand the difference. Do you? Yes. Please tell me more. The shape is what forms us, what defines our being and our purpose and the things we say and do. As there are many types of stone, so there are many shapes. Granite for bricks, and shale for oil stones, and marble for statues, and crystal for the fragile and the precise. Wait, is that the shape that defines what the stone becomes? This is the most important concept. One cannot exist without the other. To a certain degree, shape does define what stone becomes. Flint makes a good striking stick. The reverse is just as true. You can't make a good striking stick without flint. Shape arises from stone, but stone is dependent on shape. Do you understand? I want to make sure I understand this. It's perhaps stated most simply in this way. As slate will flake and crack under the sculptor's chisel, so will a dwarf who knows not his purpose, knows not his shape. I understand, interesting. So in terms of your father, my father left us because he felt he had betrayed both his stone and his shape. He felt that allowing the elves to banish his brethren was a betrayal of his stone. The same act was also a betrayal of his shape. Being king of the dwarves, without either, he is empty. What's your opinion, Ravender? Randever, was it a betrayal? There are times, my friend, when the choices we are forced to make cannot be true to both the shape and stone. I have thought long and hard on this issue. I have not the answers, though I know my father is a dwarf among dwarves. There's a saying about us, weigh your own stone. It's not for me to decide. Thank you, Randever. I feel a bit better understanding your father. No, thanks to you, my friend. Few are the outlanders who would even care to ask. It is good that I've shared these things with you today. Surely, where were we? Surely you must have some idea as to his whereabouts. Why would you think that? If a dwarf wants to be alone, then a dwarf stays alone. You're his son and heir. You'd have gone looking for him. Why? Oh yeah, we had this conversation. You're running around in the dark looking for Father doesn't care. Was he left you behind? Done your best? I knew it, you had seen him. Where is he? Trust your feelings. And any help would be appreciated. And yep, there's a passage. Hopefully, gonna cry if we need a second. Gonna cry if wrong, I guess. I was gonna say gonna cry if I need a second intellect potion, but...
What? Quiet. Did my son? Randver? What?
Tell the story.
When Bates was given a look at
Elves
the
living.
Silver Ladies...
Spoken directly.
In Kintara,
Major difference.
Yes. But nothing. But that is the point. Even as king, the choice is never mine.
Yes, here it is.
Even one dwarf is stripped of his honor. I should have brought this to the people, or just flatly refused from the beginning. I was a coward, a failure, and this exile is my punishment. Given the choice now, I would have waged war against all of Arcanum to uphold the honor of that foolish little clan.
I know. That's because your stone is still true.
What? What do you know of the nature of dwarven stone? You, an outsider. How could you possibly know of such things?
Rendeavor put his faith in me. Perhaps you could, as well.
Perhaps, but you are not even a dwarf. These are beliefs and concepts it takes a lifetime to reconcile. How could you possibly begin to understand how I feel?
I know that it's difficult to live by both stone and shape.
Yes, I know. I've thought long and hard about this. Dwarven stone tells me that any transgression against our honor is unthinkable. But my shape, as king, as their father, told me to protect them. I'd shouldered so much of their pain, I could do it no longer.
But isn't part of life defining the shape? Learning from mistakes?
Yes. Your words sound true, stranger. I know that no man is flawless. But I also know that each man's load to bear is different. A larger load carries more responsibility. Mine is heaviest of all. Therefore, the price for my betrayal must be the most costly.
What is the nature of that betrayal?
The nature of the betrayal? I failed my people. Isn't that what is most important here?
I'm gonna sneeze. What's that?
The betrayal was against their stone. It seems, sadly, that my own stone is flawed.
The failure is not a stone, but a shape. Don't you see?
You shame me, stranger. Your words are harsh, but undeniably true. Perhaps you are correct, but it doesn't change what I've done, nor the price I need to pay. It is best if you just leave an old dwarf here to rot. It is your place to right this wrong.
No, you must pay the price. I cannot do this for you.
How then? How can I do so?
You must return to your people. Be true to stone and shape.
By Alberic, you are right. I've been blinded by my own shame and not seen the true betrayal. I've betrayed myself and my people along with me. I shall return, stranger. I shall be king. By the name of Thunderstone, I swear it.
I'm so very glad, but I still need some information.
Of course. I'll do anything.
And the elves,
as I
how can I
said.
find them?
They were supposedly sent from the Silver Lady. I know very little of them. But I do have a name. Perhaps that will be enough for you to uncover this mystery.
What is that name?
The delegation was sent by someone named Mingorad, and I had many correspondences with this elf. Here is a letter that was sent to me by him.
Where can I find this Mingorand?
I'm unsure. The entire situation reeks of deception. I would tell you to seek him in Kintala, but I don't even know if the delegation was sent from there or not. Regardless, you may want to begin your search there. The Silver Lady might know of this Mingorad.
And where is Kintara?
I don't know, unfortunately. The location of Kintara is a well-guarded secret, but I do know it lies within the Glimmering Forest. The small town of Stillwater lies near the edge of that forest. Perhaps there you might find someone who knows where it is. Here, I'll mark your map with Stillwater's location.
Thank you, Lockhair. I'll do my best to find out the truth.
Wait. I'm much to blame for this situation. My fear and cowardice have helped in bringing about this tragedy. I feel I must do something to help you. Please, take Harrow, the first axe of my family. Its blade strikes true and deep in the hands of the righteous, especially if those hands are dwarven.
Dwarven,
Within
you
it
hear
is
that,
the
guys?
strength of the Thunderstones. I give it to you.
I'll put it to good use.
I'm sure you will. Godspeed on your quest, my friend. And if you do find out what happened to the Black Mountain clan, return to me. I would be very interested in finding out what really happened to them. Very interested.
I just might do that. Goodbye, Lockhair. Yo, this man's booking it! Now, this man really wants to be
How
king.
can I help you? What do you need?
I
How can
wanna
I-
trade so I can actually give the axe to Magnus. Yeah. Hera. So let's read it. Huh? I can't pick it up? Even still? Let me let Chukaka carry some. See, I don't want them using like certain weapons. Like, that's the issue. So if I give him the Chakum, he's gonna use it. And I'm gonna be pissed. Damn. Off stream, well, off recording, I'm not streaming right now. I really should just like finally sort through my inventory. Alright. Let's read what Harrow does. Oh, this is a cool design. Harrow. Oh, this isn't that sort of game. I can't just read it.
How can I help?
Well, let's give it to Magnus. There's no space for it. What axe is he using right now? Mystic axe. I'll take that from you. It's still in space. Alright. I'm not gonna have this be an exposition episode. I want to do like something else too. I think he gets like bonus strength now.
How can I help you? What do you need to know?
Yeah, he gets bonus strength now. 12. Pretty good. Very good, actually. 12 strength is very, very good. So, now, can I even use this? No. The funny thing is, it would be useful if I was like a warrior, since it has some magic in it. But, for now, yeah, we actually reunited Loghair, Ravendare, and his son. And he even found some clothes in the meantime. True ending for Wheel Clan. So,
Greetings. It's good to see you again.
he's...
And again, I
Wow.
thank you. I have assumed my rightful place as King of the Dwarves. I've made peace with my past, but have not forgotten its lessons. Tell me, Have you found anything out about the fate of the Black Mountain clan?
No, I'm still looking into
Good
it.
luck to you then. And return here if you do find out.
Alright, so we reunited a king. And honestly, there's... Well, maybe I should show some combat here. There's a pretty decent side quest here. Just for, like, golden XP that I'm gonna do really quickly. Actually, let me not side quest, because the last 3 parts were just side quests. On our return here, we'll do that one. It's a really, really simple one. But when I return, I'll do it. And since none of us use dwarven equipment, I don't see any point of checking the store. Except Magnus, but he's already decked out. Yeah, I'll do it on the return visit. I'll show how, like, big this colony is, but for now, we're done very, very quickly with our business here. I was expecting, like, another dungeon slog, all that stuff. I'll probably go through the dungeon on my own free time to, like, level up. But, like, yeah, it's pretty sick that I was able to clear this, like, just so quickly.
What is it that you want? What type of heat? What is it that you want,
buddy? And yeah, we can head to Stillwater right now, which is pretty crazy. Stillwater has a lot of pretty fun side quests to be involved in. There's actually a lot of interesting things to do here in such a small colony. Both plot-wise and not plot-wise. So, yeah, finally music back. I guess for the mod change, they just wanted to make sure, like, the ambience in the dungeons was better. See a blacksmith. Greetings, Richard. Might I ask you a few questions? Tell me about Stillwater. Stillwater? Oh, she's just a small town. Used to be quite the place back when Bates first made his steam engine. People used to think we'd be as big as Thrawn. But as you can see, we're still just the same old Stillwater. A few stores, a few people. All in all, a pretty quiet town. What is there to see around here? Oh, not much. We've an inn and a tavern if you're looking for a place to stay. Other than well-made weapons, he gestured to some of his wares, smiling. I suppose our biggest claim to fame is the Stillwater Giant. This dude here. Oh, I'd guess that some people find the cult of Jacinta to be strange. What is the cult of Jacinta? The cult? Oh, it's one of the newer religions that seem to pop up all over the place. They worship some fertility goddess, have huge festivals, to really make nuisances of themselves. Heathens, if you ask me. If you have questions about it, maybe speak with Bridget. She's the high priestess in the cult. What is unique about the weapons we made here? We do a lot of trading with the dwarves. They have the best ore in Arcanum and it makes well-balanced weapons. My family have been making swords in Stillwater for 400 years. I don't mean to be wordy, lass. If there's anyone in this land who knows more about blacksmith than I do, I'd be very surprised. Do you enchant weapons as well? No, there's a local lizard in these parts I used to enchant the weapons. He's a stubborn old cogger, but we get along pretty well. He goes by the name of Cyrus, but spells on my weapons, and I check in on him from time to time. Do some work with him around the place when he eats it. Gotta think it. What day it is? Tell him. That's strange. Well, Cyrus was supposed to come to town here yesterday. I haven't had time to check in on him. Today I'm especially busy with the order from the Caledon Guard, which looks concerned. Sure hope he's doing right. Perhaps I could look in on him for you. You seem to be a trustworthy type. Would you mind making sure that no harm has come to him? And when you talk to him, tell him I'll be needing his service as soon as possible. The shipment has to go out by the end of the week. If you do this, I think I'd pass you an extra Stillwater blade to pass you your way. What do you say, friend? Sounds like a fair trade. Well, thanks, Richard. His house is northwest of here. Just follow the path outside town. When you've made sure the old west is fine, then return to me. Services you provide. Sorry, barter. And the venom blade. I don't use swords, so as cool as it looks, it seems a little greedy for me to just get it now. Nah, maybe later. But if you guys remember, Elder Joachim sent a telegram for us to find in Stillwater, so we need to find the telegram office right now. Let's see. I think it's at the inn or the tavern that Richard was talking about. Fleeting Rose Inn. Thirsty Soul. Here, have these 10 coins. Where's the Elven City of Kantara? Not anybody who even lied about knowing. Thank you. For a while. Karma went up a little. And now we need to find that telegram. Hello, bartender. What goes on here, my good man? How about Marley? Living Stiller must agree with him. Becomes sought after friend and lover to the women. Strange, and no one used to like him at all. Thank you. I must oblige. Let's use some sort of charm potion. Question? What do you need of it? Newsworthy? Not much Alice can steal on it, but there's one named Murph who lives in town. Very strange fellow, actually. Good day. Poor villager. You know, friend. Just enjoy my drink. Doesn't seem like the telegram is here. I think it's in the inn. Yes, ma'am. I believe that Joachim has left something for me. Ah, yes, he did. He left some things for you. Now, where did I put him? Oh, yes, I recall. Now, here you are. Thank you. Where's the Elven City? We'll have to find it. Exquisite lumbering. Many thanks. And log here. Let's read this, actually. Log here. The judgment on the Black Mountain clan has been passed. Make certain they are at the appointed meeting place at the agreed upon time. I speak with the authority of the Silver Lady, Queen of the Elves. If all conditions are not met, we will meet next on the field of battle. Signed, Min Gorod. And let's read the note. Look. The men who are trying to kill you seem to be remnants of the Molokian Hand, who long ago were assassins for the order of the Darien of the Dead, Darien Ka. I found this ancient but incomplete text concerning their history. They don't seem to be bad fellows, perhaps just a bit misdirected. Things are too dangerous right now. I shouldn't have even had come to find you. I'll find you, Joachim. Lost histories of the Molokian Hand. The separation from the order of the dead were always a mystery, but translation of the scrolls of Terraline, first assassin in the hand, have brought to light their enigmatic reasons for leaving. A half-torn excerpt from the Fourscore reads, "And the writings of the great necromancer were found by me, and his madness and abominations were made clear, and I threw myself on the ground, with great sorrow and gnashing of teeth. How evil were the men, to whom we had pledged our hearts and our swords. I bowed to make war, and we set ourselves upon them, and the grey legions of the plains of Moravian. I think that's Moravian. And we broke them, but we were also broken upon them. My heart burns. Obviously, there were doctrinal differences between the Darien Ka and their orders of assassins. The great necromancers referred to is obviously Kurgan the Terrible, after whose death was formed the Order of the Dead. The writings that Tarian refers to are unknown, but it's been surmised that they were part of some sort of personal journal
Excuse
or log.
me, that book is interesting, don't you think? It seems that these Molokian hand assassins were part of some larger group called the Darien Ka. What did he call them? The Order of the Dead. Obviously, these fellows all had some sort of a disagreement.
Yes, Joachim seems to think that they're not all that evil.
Not all that bad. Ha! Obviously, Joachim hasn't run into them lately. That fellow Trellian did sound like an agreeable sort, though, didn't he? Anyone who chooses to side against something called the Order of the Dead is all right in my book.
You mean the first assassin, Trellian?
Yes, you've got a point there. I'm sure the man was no saint. And again, who really is? We've all got, well, blood on our hands. In the end, we all just play the roles given us. Sometimes they don't fit so well, but I guess we make do.
You know, you and I know a lot about that, it seems.
Yes, I'd never have thought myself worthy of this affair, and I shouldn't be making judgments about anyone's character. I think I'd best just keep my bloody mouth shut.
Virgil?
Listen, there's something that happened to me. Well, because of me, because I was foolish, because I was a coward. Burdens like mine, they don't go away. They always come back to collect what is due them. Someday the balance will have to be paid.
What are you talking about?
No, I shouldn't have said anything about it. As I've said, the past is in the past.
Well, what do you think we should do now?
I don't know. I was hoping that Joachim would be here to give us a little guidance. It seems we've been running blind without the reins, doesn't it? I guess we should just stick to the task at hand.
Sounds good to me.
Yes.
Let's get moving.
The day's not getting any younger.
So, instead of just like inquiring more in the town, I want to do that side quest right here. She leaves Blacksmith once you find his friend Cyrus. He said to the northeast, I believe. So he should be in one of these houses. Not this house, like here. Like he should be like to the northeast, like you said. Let's not talk to that guy yet. I know who that is. Maybe this house here? Oh, also, I think we earned a fate point for setting Lockhair free. And telling him not to be burdened by his past. Busy at the moment, perhaps you can return later. It said northeast of here. I really wish the journals would just like update where certain characters were. Like instead of just saying, "Oh, I accepted the quest," it'll say like the directions to where the guy is. Is this the cave that I think it is? If this is the cave that I think it is, it's not him. Nope, that is not the cave that he should be in. Dang, I'm spoiling like a lot of things that I'm not supposed to spoil. I'm sorry, guys, but I've never done this quest before, so I'm just like trying to look for it too. Also, shoot, I think I need to hit level 27 for like another important thing. And here I am spoiling something else. Okay, let me just keep my mouth shut. Let's see. Let me see if like the location that guy is at is like marked on the map. Like it's an actual location I should be heading to, and not like within town. It kind of makes no sense that he'd be within town, because like, you know, Black Mountain Mines, Stillwater, Wheel Clan. I don't see anything actually. So he's probably within town somewhere here. Any map that I could look at? That's the path to the cave. Oh, that's probably his house. I think. Like I said, I've got no clue actually. After I clear this quest, I'll definitely... Oh. There's blood. There's a lot of blood here. Can we look for, like, a clue of anything? Broken chest. I feel like we have to prompt something, and the game wouldn't be so kind as to say, like, oh, you're here, so, like, whatever. I don't see anything. Broken chest. It looks like his buddy was killed. We can't sleep in here. We have to find an inn. I don't see anybody around here, but clearly something happened to his friend. Right now we're in the wastes. The cave. Let's see what's inside that cave. It wasn't moving, so... Yeah, and I can't press W to, like, quick walk to certain places either. Otherwise, I'll just, like, open up the world map. And hopefully that cave is something worth showing. Let's see what's in here. A lot of bones. gnome wizard. Do I want to free this guy? Help! Get me out of here! That old ogre has got it in his mind to eat me. Are you Cyrus the wizard? Richard Leake sent me to find you. Richard? Bless that man. I'll take everything that man owns if you get me out of here. I was captured by Drog Blacktooth, an old ogre that lived in these parts for years. He's never bothered me before, but I guess he got hungry. He said he's going out for something to spice up the soup. Fucking sucks. Please get me out of here. Sorry, Cyrus, I got better things to do now. I'll do my best. Give me a moment to survey the situation. Please get me out of here. That ogre will be back any moment. Oh, here's a villager. Someone undead. I don't know anything about lockpicking, so I'm just gonna, like... That's guard to break the door down. Like... Actually, do I have... No, my other character has it. Gar. Huh? Oh, he's back! Holy shit! I didn't think he'd be back that quick. Okay, definitely gonna use congeal time. Yeah, now he's only punching like once. Oh, they killed him. Sheesh. Okay, that's way easier. Dang. What's up? Thank the stars. It's going to be wizard stew for old Drog if he hadn't come along. I'm going to run back to town. Good day to you, madam. Alright, good day to you, Cyrus. So let me not congeal time this poor dude. Quality broadsword. Rough cut sapphire.
What is it?
Let me make sure I give that to... No, don't use that, you asshole. Let me make sure I give that to Gar. So he's been using broadswords. Alright. Let's see. Can I pick it up? Oh, move it, guys. Damn, still in space.
Yes, madam.
Can I tell, like, characters to pick certain things up now? Walk over here.
Of course, madam.
Nope, that won't make me pick it up.
Yes.
Is he using one? Yeah, he's just using a regular broadsword, so it's just like... Alright, I'll give him this X. Of course, he's gonna immediately use it. Man, I wish there was a much easier way to, like, sort inventory. I'm not even gonna lie. Damn, I didn't think that guy would be here like so quickly.
Yes, what can I?
Now let me see a thing.
Yes,
Shall I trade? Oh, he can't even carry it. This thing's really big. Give me your gold, dude. I want to give salaries to my adventurers. Alright. Please. Ah! Sort everything. That made things worse. The things I do. Yeah, this thing is huge. Toss these shoes. And finally, he can use a broadsword after I take the X. Brother. Okay, I'm definitely going to sell some things to Richard. What do you mean there's no room for that? That's what I gotta do, you guys? Ah! Please. It's gonna fit. Oh my goodness. God. Okay, I'm dropping these gloves. I should sell this chakram. I need this book. I'll read this recipe, whatever. I'm never actually gonna use it. Okay, I'm just going into town. We finished the quest. Here's potion of lesser wounds, gold. Dang, he's killed a lot of people. A top hat, a pocket watch. And there's Mr. Blacktooth. I wonder if he had anything useful to say. There isn't one for that. No, it's just generic ghost stuff. Got ruby. That's wounds. Alright. Now we're back out of here. Alright. Now that we've finished that quest, let's talk to Mr. Leaks about a reward. Greetings, Richards. Found Cyrus. He'd been waylaid by a most disagreeable old man. Really? He must mean Drog Blacktooth. He's been living up in the hills for a long time, but most of the time he's all teeth but no bite. Looks like his stomach got the best of him. Well done, friend. Here's a blade, I promise you. He hands it to you. Good day. Let's trade, sir. Yeah, whatever. I really just like trying to like get rid of some of this stuff. Dornor, Catherine Crystal, don't need those anymore. Huntress in the ring. I could get better prices for that ruby. I'll definitely sell the sapphire. No. Yeah, I have one. Like, just as long as I have one of each, it should be fine. And now, finally, let's see what the Stillwater Blade is all about. Summon animal, not bad. And I can actually use it. Scour Beast. What level is the cougar? What level is he? Another level up point. I'll put in charisma because I want to have 20. This is a 4th level spell. That's really good. So I can just use this whenever? That's sick. Alright, I finally found like a proper sword for myself. I should upgrade melee eventually, but that's pretty good. Very quick and interesting side quest. Pretty funny. Wizard soup set. Alright. Let's find this Mirth guy. Elf noble. Excuse me, madam. Just what exactly do you think you're doing in my house? Please excuse the intrusion. I was hoping you could help me. What does he wish to know? Could you direct me to the elven city of Kintara? Kintara. You see Kintara? Yes, that's what I said. Do you know where it is? It's in the forest. Even a fool knows that. Where? Where in the forest? In the trees. The douchebag. Please, it's urgent that I find Kintara. Why is it so important that you find Kintara, if you don't mind me asking? I don't mind at all that you ask. So, why is it so important? Let him wait. Well, let him wait. Well, are you going to tell me or not? I said I didn't mind you asking, not that I tell you. Ha! Very good. A woman after my own heart, laughs Kintara. Yes, I know where it is. Can you tell me where it is located? Elves just don't go around revealing that information at the drop of a hat. But I can't sympathize with your plight. I'll show you where Kintara lies, but you first must prove your worth. And how would I go about doing that? I'm not quite sure you'd be up for the task. This is a rite of passage for young elves. A cultural tradition. Very old and very difficult. Smells widely. I can do it, just tell me what I need to do. You must bring me the pelt of the mystical Stillwater Giant. Only then will I trust you with the location of the Mother City. Stillwater Giant? What can you tell me of it? It is an ancient mythical creature from a time before the Age of Legends. A fearsome beast, reputed to have magical powers. And where might I find this Stillwater Giant? I recommend you speak with Stanley Xavier Hippington. He's a local expert in Stillwater Giant. And what can you tell me of this giant? It's an ancient mystical creature. From times before Age of Legends, yeah. I'll be off. Alright, so now we need to find Xavier. I'm honestly not sure, because like, I want to be level 7 before I do the thing. I head to like Kintara. Like, even after this quest is like a pretty long one. It's a little bit of a doozy. So like, even after we do it, it's not gonna be like, oh, we're just gonna go straight to Kintara. But let me see if I can like start another quest. Where's you care? You look at your goods. I'll not buy that. Honestly, just so this game is like a lot quicker, for my own convenience, I want to have as many mana potions as possible. Door. Keeper. was a fun quest. Richard Leaks, definitely a fun quest. Yeah, Stanley Hippington. Innkeeper. Let's see, Mr. Richard Leak. What else is there in town? Thirsty Soul. I didn't go to that house yet, did I? Huh? Oh, I did. Yeah, if you don't look at like the name of stores, they won't appear as your map. Is this a point of interest? Whew. Locked door. Ha! Don't you know I can spell your presence, foolish one? Disfigured blind hermit. Eyes cut out. Green sir, might I ask who you are? You thought you were capable of catching me unaware, didn't you? Who sent you? I mean you no harm. Could you tell me your name, sir? Names? Names? Of what import are they? Merely a tool our enemies utilize to destroy us. What is a name that will be your own doing? Yes, I'm Cypher Bernardus. Might I ask yours? Why have you come to bother the old blind man, Cypher Bernardus? Did he send you to finish me off? Did he? And now who of you speak of? No one sent me. He has never found me, you know. He never will. Not me. The master of dodge is too crafty for the likes of a stout. Never, never, never. Master Dodge? You are the Master of Dodge? No, you not. No, you not to whom you speak, fool. I am Adkin Chambers, Master of the Dodge. You're the Master, why don't you train me? Sarcastically, how shall I ascertain your level of wisdom in art of dodge? Truly first, you will be able to articulate this! He suddenly launches your arm forward. What the? Dodge. You're struck by a man's surprisingly powerful blow. Ha! I knew you were lying. You haven't anywhere near the skill required to train as master. But sure be a spy. Leave me or face the consequences. That is it. You're crazy, man. I'm leaving. Hold on. Take heed. If you make known our meeting here, you shall find your name on the death list of the evil one, alongside my own. He left monthly. Evil, evil! Steal out of sight. Destroy the innocent. Why not? You're too alone because you left black. And I think it may be out here for far too long. So, yeah. That guy is a master of dodge, but since we're not a warrior, it's completely useless. Who we're looking for is a master of persuasion, and we're not going to talk to him for some time. So, this is a really long recording that I did, and this is just like the exposition recording. I'm not even going to lie, because like, I don't think we've been in a single fight outside of the ogre and some like traveling things. So I'm not just going to end it like with that. I'm gonna do the Stillwater Beast quest, and I'll do the first part of it because it's not long, but it's not short either. Yes, what can I do you for? I hear you're the man to speak to about the Stillwater Giant. That is correct. I am the foremost authority in the Stillwater Giant. I made tracking the beast my life's work. What is it actually? The Stillwater Giant, Giantopophaticus arcanus, is an extremely primitive species of giant thought to be extinct for over 25,000 years. It is a rather strange offshoot of the Giantopophaticus genus. Strange? In what way? Well, besides the fact that it was extremely hirsute for a giant, it had large horns. But the most fascinating aspect of the giant arcanus was his ability to shapeshift. Hirsute? What does that mean? Excuse me. I forgot that I was speaking to a layman. That's a ye old speak for a normie, by the way. Hirsute simply means that it had an inordinate amount of hair. Do you understand now? Yes, thank you for explaining. I need to capture it. Well then, it's fortuitous for both of us that you have sought me out. Most people feel that capturing the Silver Giant will be an impossibility, but I have devised a way. I've tracked it to its far as lair and have been searching for a big game hunter to implement my plan. Why the need for a big game hunter? Couldn't you do it yourself? I wish that I had the qualities necessary to effect the beast capture. I'm only a scientist. The giant is a dangerous animal. Only the toughest, most experienced game hunters would even stand a chance against its fearsome attack. Tell me what I need to do to capture it. Excellent. I've constructed a special trap here. Somewhere. Ah, here it is. Use the trap to trap the giants. He hands you a small trap. The trap is ridiculously small. How can I catch a giant with this? This is the beauty of the plan. You take advantage of the giant's shape-shifting abilities. It takes an enormous amount of food to feed a creature of such enormous size, so to change to relatively small size can preserve its energy whenever it is in the safety of its lair. So I just sneak up on it and trap it? That sounds easy. It will be easy, as long as the creature's unaware of your presence. That is why an inexperienced hunter is needed for this task. For even if it smells you, hears you, if it senses your presence, it will immediately shift to the full size and attack ferociously. How am I supposed to get close enough? Here's a set that you can use to mask your own smell. Essentially, take off any armor you're wearing and use this before approaching. Be more silent without armor. If you do start out, a slight chance it will not seize the threat. Small C. It bears a strong resemblance to that of a rabbit of all things. Its only distinguishing characteristic to differentiate it from the run-of-the-mill rabbit is the fur of blue color. A rabbit? You must be joking. This is a joke, right? It is no joke, and you should not treat it as such. Besides conservation of energy, its small state is used to lure in unsuspecting prey, as a giant is not the quickest of creatures in its form. If you startle it, I suggest you run. It's unlikely they can around it. Where do I go to find it? Ah, that is easy part of your task. I built this house as near its lair as I dare. Simply take the path behind, out back, until it ends at a cave entrance. The giant resides somewhere deeper within the labyrinth tunnel. Many thanks. Also, I think that patch really did work a wonder, because the game hasn't crashed once. I've been recording for almost like an hour and a half now, which is pretty sick, if I do say so myself. So, I'm going to show you guys something very, very funny. Very, very funny. I wonder if this glitch still works. I'm kind of hoping it still works. I should have knocked on wood, you guys. I should have. This is what happens. This is what happens when I say stuff like that. This is what happens. God, how? I literally said, okay, I'll be back. I'm not gonna stop it at a crash. Man, this update's so cool, you guys. The game hasn't even crashed once. Yeah, that's what I get for. That's what I get for my big mouth. Man. Oh my god, that's so freaking funny. I'm honestly not even surprised that happens. Okay, yeah, the glitch. Hopefully it still works. Come on. Yup, it still works. You don't even need to sneak up on it. You can just snag it from like a mile away for whatever reason. I don't know. That's like the funniest glitch ever to me. So yeah, we've got the Stillwater Trap. Yeah. So now we're gonna show it to our friend Hippington here. Man. God, that's so freaking funny to me. Fine, Eddie. I've captured the giant, sir. Yes, he examines the giant. Excellent. Now we need authentication. Authentication? You said this was it. This is it. We simply need the authentication of a scientific establishment in Toronto to legitimize it. You couldn't even hold to post their findings without even their backing. Bring it to Dr. Tristan Fenwick of the Toronto Zoological Society. He's a genius. I'm sure he'll help us. I'm out to see Dr. Fenwick then. And yeah. See, that's the thing about the quest. I have moderate encumbrance, so...
Yes, ma'am.
I'm just gonna give Gar, like, some random stuff. Rubies, ore, mineral coin. Looks like I'm not encumbered anymore. Yeah, that looks better. Nice and spry. See, usually at this point I would, like, stop and, like, practice Street Fighter, but, I'd rather like record some more because I really love playing this game, and I'm only just gonna head to work. I'm already dressed already, so I might as well. As much as I think about practicing becoming pro one day, it's kind of wrong for me to say, oh, let me skip practice for one day, but for now, let me just relax. First Altar, Black Root, Ancient Maze. Yeah, let's head to Toronto. Unless anything interesting comes up, I'll just like splice this into the video again. It's a lot more manageable. Actually, it's more manageable to have like a lot of big videos and like a lot of the small ones that I have. That's when like I usually make like some editing mistake or some sort of error. And yeah, we got to Toronto peacefully and tranquilly enough anyway, so. Technology protest claims 3 lives. For certain. I'm not gonna read this right now because I've been doing like so much reading and so much talking, like because Persuasion's maxed out, like a lot of the moments where like we could just talk our way out of fights, we can. And although I'm only level 23, like my party members are also very strong, like warrior level stuff. Like, they're all level 23 also, but it's just like my party members are actually very good. And the spells that I have now, like fight, are pretty good too. Like I feel like I can just mostly use congealed time, like the animal summoning thing, and that'd be fine. So now I need to find where the Zoological Society is. There it is, right there. Easy. We need to talk to Tristan. I need to speak with you about the Stillwater Giant. Stillwater Giant? What about it? Please tell me this is not another crackpot theory. The only crackpot theory is worth the slaughter of mine, and you don't forget it. I've captured it. Show him the trap. Ha ha ha! I just love you practical jokers. A blue rabbit. Ha! Nice paintwork, though. Dr. Hippington has examined it, and assures me it is a giant. Hippington? He's gone completely loon. Poor sod. Convinced that the giant is real. His evidence is all based on a poorly reconstructed skeleton, comprised of giant bones mixed with ape, and whoever knows what other kinds of odds and ends. He never wants to break. He says that you are a genius. Ha! That proves he's insane. Calling me a genius. Imagine that. If I were a genius, I'd be making some real coin instead of working here. Hoax or not, I need to find the pedal one somehow. The one you'll be finding is obviously fraudulent over our H.C. Parnes Museum. I think they actually have slapped together a Stillwater Giant on display. Thank you. Good day. But yeah, the thing's actually fake. We gotta talk to Parnell to get the other one. Let's see. Parnell. Yeah, his name is actually like I guess the word would be like close to be H.C. Barnum. It's P.T. Barnum. He was the guy who had like a freak show circus and all that stuff. He got a pretty decent movie recently, like not like a documentary, more like a fun like musical that kind of showed the freak shows he had as like a small family that like loved each other and sang with each other, than him like actually abusing and exploiting them, which is pretty funny to me. The songs are pretty good actually, though. So I can't complain. Let's see. Skyline Sons, Wilmington Club, H.T. Parnell. There it is. Emporium of Wonders. And here we are. here it is. Sign petrified dragon, bullet, sonic porter, peat, carved piece of rock. Appears to be the plank on it. The evil Aeronex. Amazing miniature steam engine actually works. Authentic Kree shrunken head. And this is where Gar used to be. May I ask some questions? I'd like to purchase the pelt of Stillwater Giant. Now, hold on a minute, my good one. Stillwater Giant is the first big exhibit I've ever displayed. Still one of my most cherished possessions. I couldn't part with it for less than 2,000 coins. Ridiculous high amount. Can I ask you some other questions? Man. I accept your terms. Yeah, the pelt's obviously fake. This is a clumsily stitched assembling of moth-eaten bear pelts, supposedly Stillwater Giant. Yeah, so like... I forget what we're supposed to do with this. We're supposed to present this to, two people. Hippington and then, Mirth. And then... Yeah, I'm gonna have a really long recording today. I'm actually gonna show me exploring Kintara today. I'll separate this into another part, but, I guess just for the continuity, I'm gonna be, doing this part, like, right after. So, I'm gonna end the video here, but I'm gonna, like, should I end the video or just, like, see, that's the question. Because if I know I'm playing right now, I'm not gonna take a break. I feel like there's no point in, like, ending the video. I'll just have, like, a really, really long-ass recording. It's, I'm going back to school, so it's gonna be hard to find time to record again anyway. So I'm just like, I better keep moving on. Keep moving on and playing, I guess. I don't know. Alright. So all the way back to Stillwater. So the really funny thing and a little bit sad is we can tell Hippington the truth about what happened, that he's been wasting his time with his life work. Let's wait till the morning, obviously, so we can actually talk to these people. I forgot to save like an asshole, and I'm gonna like get pissed when the recording like fails, when the game crashes and I have to re-record everything. So let's talk to the dude here. Welcome. Dr. Fenwick said it was a rabbit, and the giant itself is a hoax. But he couldn't. I mean, he's a scientific genius. I don't understand this at all. Rabbit was painted. He says the rabbit was painted blue and that you were insane. Lies! All lies! I've been duped somehow. Perhaps you switched the creature with a rabbit, huh? No, wait. I know Dr. Fenwick was possessed by otherworldly demons and my destruction. This must be unless he, show myself out. No, not demons. He wants to steal my discovery for himself for some reason. For their demons have lost enough. The giant has mind control. It's also obvious Dr. Fenwick painted the rabbit. Then he told me, no wait, he made it shapeshift and he hasn't done it. The test of my wits by Fenwick. And yeah, the dude is just like a rambling lunatic now. Maybe it would have been better for him to not have the truth. But we have literally nothing to do with the trap now because it's literally just a rabbit. And unfortunately, we can't set it free. So it's just in that cage forever. So we have Mirth. How do you do? Show him the cage. What do you take me for, a simpleton? You're going to try better than that. As if I fall for the trickery. This is a giant, but it's in rabbit form now? Look, madam. You know what needs to be done. Nothing's comfortably. I mean, I could enjoy a good ribbing as much as Nethville, but this is ridiculous. Bring me the pelt, and I'll give you the information you desire. Here, will this convince you? A truly shocked expression flashes across his face. What? The pelt you wanted. Here it is. Really? Spoke smugly. Just where did you get it? Actually, I stole it from H.E. Parnell's community. Ha! Very good. You're a tricky one. And you're a good sport as well. You've earned the location of Kintara. Here, let me show you on your map. Here's the mountain pass you'll need to take to get there. Thank you. Didn't you want the spell? Of course not. I never wanted it in the first place. Why do you live here, not in Kintara? We don't know this, but very long ago, elves stay in one place for one time. Most elves take new lives every 100 years or so. It's just the way we are. Oh, so he's just like, wow, that's cool. He's just migrating. So, we finished up 3 quests here. A major one, a side one, and a story arc quest for Virgil. Another piece of his past. I'm pretty sure that, like, the requirements for Kintara are met. I'd like to, like... Oh, yeah, it's a mountain pass to reach Kintara. We can't just reach it. Harden's Pass. Yeah. Yeah, Harden's Pass will be a lot of fights, so I can actually show a little bit of combat. Yeah. So the thing about Harden's Pass is we have to clear this wasteland area before we can actually reach Kintara. I'm probably going to have Gar tank, so I'll just cast 2 spells. Yeah, they make a beeline straight for me. I'll cast just Congeal Time later. I forget if Congeal Time works on, like... I'll have 2 active spells. I'm not sure. I actually have a lot of spells that I can, like, use actively now, which is pretty cool. Chance to hit is 45. Definitely summon the beast. Probably summon Polar Bear will be useful. Yeah, just a strength and numbers sort of thing. And then I think it'll be pretty easy to clear this area. Oh, and yeah, you can slip on the ice. That was the thing I forgot to mention. That was like the annoying thing about this area. Alright. I'll just have like all my party members attack for me. And I can actually hit things, kinda. Virgil. Yeah. I remember I was like running from a monster that was gonna kill me. Then I actually slipped and died. So it's really no joke. Damn. Can't you notice when someone's trying to attack you? It's actually worth it to major heal that thing. I'm not even gonna complain. I can just give him potions anyway. I think we're allowed to rest here. Far am I from a level up? Pretty far. Yeah, there's a lot of animals here. I keep falling on my ass. Did he critically miss and die? That's hilarious. That's actually super funny. Alright, we don't have any losers on it. Can I rest? Yeah, you can't wait here for whatever reason. So I'll summon this polar bear. I keep falling. Dang, we have like a menagerie at this point. It's not even a party. There's like 6 people.
How can I help you?
Don't talk to me, Magnus! Yeah, there's some like I'm pretty sure I died a couple times trying to do Harden's Pass. Because the Yetis are level 30. Like, once again, there's just like another like big like monster in the middle of the journey. I don't know what Axgar is using, but I'm not even gonna complain. Oh, yeah. Virgil got frozen. Cougar. Attack. Yeah, this thing's fast. Huh? Where the hell is he? Oh. Doesn't hit from. I mean, I can summon as many as I want. Oh, they frenzied. Yeah, we're basically done. We basically cleared the level. Oh, there's Silver Beast here. Oh, he got hit so bad he gets stunned. Yeah, this is a pretty good sword in general. If I can, like, actually hit people. We're almost done? Not sure. 17 damage. Dang, he's attacking me. I think we're at the halfway point. Yeah, we're at the halfway point. I should definitely be saving. I keep on moving. See, like, literally a ton of people. And the monster was just beeline for you instead. It's not worth it. Okay, now I'll congeal time. Yeah, now I'll do it. For sure. I'll see if it's like an active spell. Or if like I have to recast it each time. Jesus. Nope, I have to cast it each time. It's a very good spell, granted. Level up. Hopefully I don't die, though. And I got frozen. Alright, maxed out charisma. And now I can finally start leveling up combat spells once again. Give these to Virgil so he can heal me. I'll give these to me so I can actually do combat stuff again. See, one area and I wasted like 7 potions. Definitely just use congeal time. See, yeah, he got casted immediately. So it's you cast a spell, and then it's for as long as the fight lasts. He got hit for a lot. These Yetis are dangerous. Am I frozen too? Like, this is another like area that's like just really an endurance run. It's not hard, but there's just so many monsters, and you can't rest here for some reason. Let me show you. Yeah, and they randomly come for me. Go back off. So yeah, I'm gonna have to remember to cast it and uncast it each and every time. Can I summon the beast again? Brother. Okay, he'll initiate the fight. Did he run around the world just to attack this guy? I'm telling you guys, this game's AI is like so interesting, and I have no words for it. We're almost out. Yeah, we're almost out. Just like a few more fights. I played safe. Again, use a pull. I guess the Panther's fine. Yeah, it runs around the world. Just attack the one thing. It's gonna see me first before. That thing's too fast for its own good. Okay, let the polar bear attack it. But yeah, I just have like so many like henchmen now that like things can't even like touch me. Then I can just use spells like that. Huh? Got interrupted for some reason. I definitely don't want to stay next to it. I'm gonna hit it. It better die. Oh boy. I actually could have died right then and there if he got a crit. Damn, dude. Like I said, an endurance run. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I have 5 of these, and I'm about to learn the spell for it, so I'm just gonna give Chuka a haste potion. I'm also going to cast shield on him, because he's about to die. He's like half his life left. And now we won. Yeah, that's just win button as far as I'm concerned. Okay, Chuka. Yeah, he has no chance. Yeah, the big baddie is dead in one turn. They can barely hit him. Like, he's just such a boring character, but he's just so useful in combat that I don't know if I should keep him or not. Because, like, certain characters have, like, plot lines and stuff, obviously. And then other ones are just, like, functions. Because it's just, like, he just lives to fight. That's it. Yeah, barely. If he got crit and he didn't have a shield, he died. But yeah, now he can kill everything in one turn. Yeah, and Chuka is like furious. Right? He's attacking everything. And with that, that's the last monster in this area. So we cleared this pretty easily too. So like, a lot of things that were supposed to be disasters are like easy clear. A lot of things that are supposed to be these huge disasters and huge pains in the dick that I was like really dreading having to do were really, really easy to accomplish. Yeah, things are going very well right now. So we're almost to Kintara. Yada yada, die, fool. Congeal time, I'll move away. Yeah, see, if I did not congeal time, I would be dead. But at the very least, now I can like take an active role in protecting myself. It's just like being like, oh boy, I hope RNG saves me. Because like some of the like marauders and thieves now, like whatever, they have like such good stats where it's like if I'm not ready, I'm just gonna get bodied by them like so badly. And so we're here. We finally arrived at Kintara. Greetings, outsider. Welcome to the Elven City, Kintara. Greetings to you. I won't say this again, human. You are welcome to walk the Tree City, but if you cause any trouble here, you will be punished to the full extent of the Elven law. The guard hand moves to the hilt of his sword. Your kind has taken much from us already. You may pass. Dang. Doesn't mean. During my elf playthrough, they're like, greetings, sister, how are you doing? Welcome to the city, yada yada. Man, racism is real, you guys. Also, this is like the most relaxing video game music I've ever heard. It's like eco heal. I really like the design of this city. I guess like, I don't know. I kind of like how, despite how ugly this game is, it still has really cool like, I guess like, scenery designs like this. I really just love how like you can just even see like the age of the trees everywhere. That's something my neighbor taught me. He said like the more like spirally things that a tree have, like the older it is. And since I've played this game like 4 times already, I already know who we need to talk to.
You're bothering me. What do you want?
Madam, we've never even met. Why are you treating me so?
I'm sorry, but I can't look past your obvious flaws. Please, just leave me alone.
Please forgive me. Might not you make an exception for me?
Yes, I suppose I can overlook your faults for now. What is it that you want of me?
Huh. Did I get like hit during battle and lose like beauty? Because most people don't talk like that. Might I ask your name, madam?
My name is very old and very long. Perhaps it would be best if you simply called me Raven.
Interesting. Do you have a moment?
Of course.
I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Certainly. How can I help you?
I need to speak with the Silver Lady.
The Silver Lady? Oh, you mean my mother. That's quite a request, and one not so easily granted.
Believe me, Raven, she's going to want to speak with me.
And believe me when I tell you that no one sees my mother until I see it as necessary. She may be our queen, but I oversee the daily matters here in Kintara.
Yeah, they were a lot nicer when I was an elf. See, how can I convince you of the urgency of my quest?
You'll have your chance. Forgive me if I seem a little abrupt, but I've many things on my mind today, and there's much to be done. Once I've taken care of some of the more pressing matters, I'll talk with you about your needs.
I understand. Perhaps I could be of service?
It's possible. You are human, and one of our problems does concern humans. No offense, but your race is a mystery to me.
None taken. What seems to be the problem?
There is a group of humans camped about a day's journey from here. We know not what they want, but where humans go, trouble usually follows.
What would you like me to do?
The place they are camped at is called Falcon's Egg, and it is considered a holy place for the elves of Kintara. We would like you to find out why the humans are there and remove them.
I'll do it.
Splendid. Are you sure you understand what needs to be done? There are a few things that are very important that you know.
I do
Of
have a few
course.
questions.
What would you like to know?
Falcon's Acre. What sort of place is it?
Falcon's Egg, as I told you, is elven holy ground. Many years ago there was an elven queen, and her name was Falcon. She was out hunting one day and with her bow shot a stag. When she had caught up with it, it was lying next to a pool of water, slowly bleeding from a wound in its side. The
happened?
stag spoke to her, and within it were the spirits of the elves who had become the soul of the stag, and with her arrow she had pierced both it and them. And they were both sad and afraid, as the stag's life was their own, and when it died, so would they.
What did Falcon do?
She could do nothing. She sat with the stag's head in her arms, sang its stories, and washed its wound with her tears. And the ache in her heart grew as the old elven voices faded, grew so much that when they finally passed, she passed with them.
That's a sad story. A few more questions about this business.
Of course. What would you like to know?
The humans, how should they, be removed?
It doesn't matter to me how you remove them, but you must understand this. Under no circumstances are you to shed blood on that ground. The spirits there exact their price, and you do not want to pay it. Do you understand?
All
Do
clear.
not raise your
Okay.
hand against another.
Not clear. A few more questions about this
Of
business.
course. What would you like to know?
How do I get to Falcon's Acre?
It's not far from here. I'll mark your map with the location.
Thanks. I'll be back when the job is done. So, yeah, I think it would be definitely a great way to, level up, me doing, a bunch of side quests to level up, by, just banging out these main quests like this. So, Falcon's Acre is a pretty interesting quest. Because we've maxed out Persuasion and Charisma, it's gonna be pretty easy to, clear it. Will-o'-the-wisp. Dang, these things are hard to hit. I think I have magic. Yeah, there's a bunch of animals here, but unfortunately there's poachers as well. So, we gotta talk to these guys and ask them to clear out. Okay, so the glitch did happen again. They didn't fix it either. Everyone loves me like a billion. Splendid. My pleasure to make your acquaintance. Hello, sir. Who are you? I am William Bench, outdoorsman and naturalist, and head of this bunch here. And who might you be? I'm Seifa Bernardus. A pleasure. May I speak with you? Certainly. What are you doing here? I am surveyor, and this is my team. I'm employed by the Troggensdale Logging Company. We made contract to map out the surrounding lands, which was recently purchased by Troggensdale. Report the usability of the resources. Fairly standard job, really. We may have a problem here, Mr. Bench. Oh, really? And what might that be? Fortunately, you're not supposed to be here. I see no problem here, stranger. In fact, I think I'm going to ask you to leave. This here is private property, and you're trespassing. He motions to a few of his cronies who eye you suspiciously. This is Elven Holy Ground. Your presence here is a travesty. He is around smirking. I don't see any signs of you naming the place as such. Damn bleeding heart elves. Always trying to save our forest. We here in Solid leave the ground. If the elves have any problem with that, they can bring their complaints to the courts. These are new times. People are just gonna have to live with them. I don't think you understand. Okay. So, unfortunately, I missed a prompt to use persuasion to deal with this. But, fortunately, there's another way
What
to
is
solve
it
this
that you
quest.
want of me? Yes, of course.
Right here.
How can I help you? How can I help you? What would you like? I'll wait here. But you'd best not keep me waiting long. A dwarf has better things to do than wait around for the likes of you.
Chuka. Wait here. Yes, master.
Yes, madam. What can I
Whoops.
Yes, madam. What would you have me? What would I be waiting here for you to return, madam?
So, this was really, really simple. This is the last time we're going to say this. We're not leaving, and there's nothing you can say to make us do so. Now go. The warning is laughable. What? You insulting me now? You're testing my patience. Your blabberings make me sick. Have some dignity, man. Dignity? I would not be spoken to like in front of you, in front of a man. Since you apologize, madam. Apologize? I'd sooner kiss a baboon's arse. You better watch my tongue if you're a stranger. There's only so much abuse a man can take. So, you've nothing to worry about, being as you are. Shut up! Shut up! I won't be held responsible for my actions if this continues. I've seen tougher barmaids. Go ahead. I dare you to hit me. That's it. You're asking for it. Let's go get her, man. And so, hit me. The curse of Falcon's Egg. If you shed blood, you'll die. And that's why I told my party members to wait, because party members will automatically attack. And if they hit anyone, then they'll die too. So, yeah, that quest was pretty simple. I could have convinced them to
I'm ready to follow you, madam.
leave peacefully.
What is it that you want? I'm ready to get going when...
But goodbye. Yeah, I could have explained it oh, Bates sent me. He said he doesn't want to buy the land anymore, or something like that. But that's a pretty fun ending too. Much more interesting that way. Alright, I was gotta talk to this dude first. Back to Raven.
Ah, it's wonderful to see you again.
I'm actually gonna reload. I don't like them speaking to me as if we're best buddies, so I'm gonna reload. I'm still gonna continue this recording though. Okay, that's better.
Ah, yes, you again. How can I help you?
Hello, Raven. Do you have a moment to speak?
Certainly. How can I help you?
I remove the humans from Falcon's Egg.
Thank you very much. Your help in the matter is much appreciated. Now, what was it you needed to speak to my mother about?
It's a long story, Raven.
A dark tale full of pain. And it would seem that the blame lies with us, the elves.
The elves are involved. Do you know the name of Mingorod?
I do not, and none of the elves who live here bear it. But it bothers me very much, pulls darkly at my heart and mind. There is another possibility, one I'd rather not think of.
What, Raven? Do you know where I might find Mingorod?
No. You need to speak with my mother of these things. She will know what to do.
Alright, where might I find her?
She's just beyond the large door behind me. But be warned, my mother is a magical being of great power. Her spirit swims in the flow, and sometimes she is more of that world than this one. What she sees is not always what we see, so her answers might seem strange to you. Ask what you wish to know, and listen. When you're through speaking with her, come and find me.
I will, Raven. Thank you for your help. So yeah, now we can speak to the Silver Lady.
Hello. I welcome you, traveler.
Greetings to you, Silver Lady. I thank you for this audience.
I know you've come far, and I've expected you for a long time now.
What do you mean?
I've seen you approaching from both east and west, traveler. And you bring them with you, all of them. They've no choice but to follow.
Please, I don't understand.
I know. We speak different languages, you and I. The things I see, wrapped in the past and the present, and shrouded in the veils of magic. I cannot translate my visions into your own. You must listen, traveler. Listen and learn to see.
I will try, Silver Lady.
What is it you seek, traveler?
Do you know if I'm the living one?
The living one? Oh, traveler, why would you think I would know of such a thing?
It's a prophecy. I assume you can see what it is to come.
It's an interesting thing about prophecies, traveler. They're no clearer to one such as myself, living both in and out of the stream, than they are to you, walking the shore. The flow swirls around them until they are ready. And in the end, really, is it going to matter who someone pointed a finger at?
That would be comforting if people weren't trying to kill me.
These people can only see what follows in your wake, traveler. Pass your hand through the flame and it flickers. If you've tired of the mantle, then shed it. Disappear. Otherwise, don't be surprised at what people do.
She's basically saying, if you're tired of your quest, then stop. Just live at home or something. So, let's see. Mingarad, what can you see of him?
Mingarad, an old name, traveler. Oh, a man is screaming and carves a key with his fingers, and the birds have plucked his eyes out. And the wolf watches, motionless, his paw in the air.
Is it Mingarad? Is he dead? What does the wolf mean?
A tear in the curtain, and only darkness beyond. A ragged wound, mended with a ring of blasted stone.
I think the ring she's talking about is the one we gave Gilbert Bates. What else? What else do you see of Mingarad?
A hand that sees,
Locally in
but is
hand.
blinded. A man draped in truth, wearing a mask.
You've lost me. Please.
And they hide. The lost children, they hide. A grey mist, even to me. But there, he runs, dropping veined and painted leaves. And the flock comes, talons outstretched, and wings of fire, and he is consumed. But the leaves...
What?
Run quickly, traveler. Find what was left behind. In the place of smoke and water, he is there. He is there.
Who? Mingarad?
I see no more. The stream is again calm. Was there anything else?
What of the Black Mountain Clan?
Yes, I can see them. But the ravens are circling, and the storm rages but subsides. And yet there is lightning, and then shadow, and then the storm howls again, tearing. I can't even look at it.
That makes no sense to me.
Wait. Oh, look. They've taken in
Yeah,
a
that's
small
Gilbert Bates.
child with machine dreams.
She's literally
and
looking into
hands
the
of
past right now.
metal, and a heart in which coal burns brightly.
That's Gilbert Bates, but what was that in the past?
I don't know of what you speak, traveler. Please, listen. Try to hear with my ears.
I don't know if I can.
I see a flame atop a hill, burning so brightly. And below, a field of wheat around a pool of water. And the flame spitting fire and consuming the wheat and the lake and losing itself as well.
Is there anything else? The clan. Do you see anything else?
It's dark here. So dark. And the flame is here too. But this flame burns black onyx and cold. And shadow is its child. Are they here as well? I can't see that far.
What else?
A plane of mirrored glass. A sky of white. A lone figure. Wait. Which is the reflection? I'm unsure.
You're speaking a riddle, Silver Lady.
That is all I see, traveler. The riddle
Yeah,
is
like-
created by you.
I still have no clue what exactly connects to what. No, but I understand with none of what you said.
I know that, traveler. But I also know that clarity is often the child of time. Your answers lie both in front and behind. Make sure not to overlook one for the other.
Characteristically cryptic, dear lady.
I go now, traveler. We will meet again, though I'm not sure on which side. No matter. Farewell.
Yeah, we have. Look, Raven can translate for us, but got to see.
Hello again. It's so very good to see you.
Dang, I don't know why Max is clipping her guard like that. Raven, do you have a moment to speak?
Certainly. How can I help you?
I've spoken with your mother, Aunt, about what has happened.
And what did you ask her about?
I asked her about Mingarad.
Mingarad? What did she see?
An eyeless man in pain, carving a key. A wolf with raised paw.
What the screaming man and his key represent, I have no idea. But I do know that the official symbol for the city of Caledon is a wolf, with one paw raised in the air.
Perhaps we need to begin a search there, Raven?
I'm not so sure. Remember, my mother's visions are shackled by neither our eyes nor our time. The events she describes might be in either the future or the past. Let's look at all she said before we go any further.
Other visions of Mingarad.
Mingarad? What did she see?
A torn curtain, a ring broken finger pointing east.
There's something about that entire vision which pulls at my memory, especially the ring. I'll think about it further.
Other
Mingarad.
version?
What did she see? I have no idea.
Yeah, that's Mulligan Hand. Wait, that sounds like the symbol of an amulet I've seen.
Interesting. That's the ancient symbol of the Malokian hand. Do you know of it?
Let me hear her thoughts. No, could you tell me them?
The Malokian hand were assassins for what used to be known as the Darien Ka, the ancient order of the dead.
Who were they?
The Darien Ka were a shadowy group who formed during the Age of Legends. Their membership and their agenda were always very secret. I know little about them beyond the most cursory knowledge, but there have always been rumors about who they were and what they were doing.
And their connection to the Mulligan Hand?
As I said, the Malokian hand were their assassins. From what I remember of what was written about them, the hand was ejected from the Order of the Dead on grounds of doctrinal differences. There was a small struggle, and then the hand disappeared. There are always rumors of its reemergence, but from what I know, that's all they are. Rumors.
These amulets in the tenths of my life might say different.
I agree. But I don't know why they would be involved in this business. Very interesting.
What do you think the vision itself means?
I don't really know, although it would seem that perhaps they are being misled. Blindness in my mother's visions is sometimes associated with deception. As far as the man in the mask was draped in truth, I have no idea.
Of
Mingarad.
visions?
What did she see?
Lost hiding children. A man runs from them and drops leaves.
This one is the most interesting of all, and it seems that my fears may have well been correct.
Why, Raven? What do you think it means?
Do you remember when I told you that the name of Mingarad bothered me in some way? Well, I believe that may have been so because Mingarad is a dark name.
What does that mean, a dark name?
A dark elf name. Do you know of the dark elves?
I've heard very little of them. Could you elaborate?
It's a long story. But sometime during the Age of Legends, many years even before my mother was born, there were a group of elves who separated themselves. There were philosophical differences, and they were no longer welcome in our forests. Those elves became what we know as the Dark Elves.
And what is the Age of Legends?
The Age of Legends refers to a time in Arcanum's history when things were much different than they are now. There was an elven council that ruled over all of the races, and magic was a large part of everyone's lives. It was a time of heroes and great good, and also of great evil. A time before the rise of technology, before the Dwarven clan wars, before the mages left for Tula.
I see. And the differences between you and the Dark Elves?
They believe that this world and all of its races are subject to elven rule. They believe that elves are superior because of our close connection to nature, our power in the ways of magic, and the longevity of our physical form. They see the other races as bumbling children who need our guidance, regardless of its severity.
What are the other Kantara? What do they believe?
The elves of Kantara, in fact all other elves, believe that everything and everyone has a rightful place in the experience which forms this reality. Elves feel that very little, if anything, ever happens that isn't part of the natural progression of that state. They feel no superiority because of their advantages. That is just the role they have been picked to play.
Do they see the Dark Elves as the violation of that order?
Unfortunately not. The Dark Elves are seen in the same light as everyone else. They have the role, and they are playing it.
You say unfortunately. What do you believe, Raven?
I believe. Well, let us say that I don't always see eye to eye with those in Kantara concerning the rightful place of the Dark Elves. My role here is as protector. I will do so regardless of the cost.
I see. Let's get back to your mother's vision.
My mother's vision of the lost children was referring, I believe, to the Dark Elves. They were hidden from her because they are hidden from all of us. Through magic and isolation, we've not seen where they live for almost 500 years.
But who was the man running from them?
There was a man many years ago who had come to the Glimmering Forest to study the elves, and I remember that he was very interested in the Dark Elves especially. There were rumors about his capture by them and an escape.
Who was he?
As I said, he was a researcher. A strange little man, a bit overdressed, but kind-hearted and very intelligent. I was young then, a mere 160 years old. He was the first human I'd ever seen.
Do you remember his name? She smiles slightly, Elsa.
His name? It was a long time ago. But I remember because he said it so often. I think humans just like hearing the sound of their own names. Terwilliger. Dr. Renford A. Terwilliger. I can hear him saying it even now.
What were the leaves he was dropping?
I don't know. It almost seemed in the vision that the flock who consumed him were more interested in the leaves. And my mother even said to find what was left behind, these leaves might very well be what we're looking for.
And this place was smoke and water?
She could mean almost anywhere. But if I were to make a guess, I'd say she was talking about the human city of Tarant. It lies in the Gulf of Morbihan, and its, what do you call them? Factories are always belching smoke into the skies. That and I know that Terwilliger was from there.
Well, what now?
You have a place to begin your search, my friend. It would seem that if you need to find this Mingarad, you're going to need to find the village of the Dark Elves. The only person who might know where they are is Renford A. Terwilliger. He may or may not be in Tarant, but it's a good place to start looking.
Then I'll find the Dark Elves. Tarant I shall go.
You impress me, my friend. Few are those like you who would take this burden upon themselves. You've earned my respect.
Your respect makes it all more worth it.
There are strong bonds between women such as we. Good luck. Return to me when you've found the Dark Elves and tell me what you've uncovered.
I'll return when I know more. Goodbye. Alright, so basically a movie episode. Yeah, because this one's gonna be really, really long. Yeah, we accomplished a lot. We found out what happened to the Wheel Clan. We restored Loghair's honor. Well, he restored it for himself. We also did some questions of Stillwater, saw some more about Virgil, and now our story continues. So with that, I'll definitely be stretching, and I'll definitely be taking much needed break and meal before my work shift. And Magnus, stop clipping through Gar. Thank you. And with that, I end the episode. Catch you guys later, and thanks again for watching.